Dear students, the last 10 videos, we have discussed all the questions from each section that can be expected for this board exam. And already I have given you a few tips regarding the exam. Mainly, you need to focus on the management of time during the exam. So try to begin your examination solving the questions from section B. Section B will carry 2 mark questions, and on solving those questions you will be on a safer side. It's like it started to you. So while we are attending some function, so we'll be given the welcome drink first, then we'll be having the major course, and finally we'll be having the dessert. I prefer the MCQ can be your dessert. So since 20 marks questions, it's for MCQ. You can answer those questions in the last 30 minutes. It will be better. But if you start with MCQ, it will take a lot of time for solving those questions. Since we won't be in that position to manage the time. So if you take 45 minutes to solve the questions from section A, you will have only 15 minutes, 2 hours and 15 minutes of solving the remaining questions. But in the 45 minutes, you will be getting only 20 marks questions to solve. So remaining questions means 60 marks questions is left out. So better solving the 2 mark questions first, then go on with the 3 mark questions and 5 mark questions. And if you are able to complete all these questions, 2, 3 and 5 mark questions in 1 hour 45 minutes, you can solve the case-based questions in 30 minutes. Since you have only 3 case-based questions, and all those case-based questions having subdivisions, marks will be 4 marks per question. So in those questions, if you're able to give the steps, if you're able to connect the question with the respective chapter, and if you're able to bring in the formulas, you will be getting the marks for the steps. So do that at least. Total number of questions will be 38. And 20 MCQ, remaining 17 to 18 questions will be descriptive. And for all those descriptive questions, you will be able to answer the question based on the chapter, so that you can connect the question with the respective formula or respective chapter. That itself will give you some marks. And if you are able to bring in all those things that's given in the question, like given that, let that so and so, like the age of father and son, age related question, age of son can be assumed to be X. In that case, there is some relationship connecting the son's age and father's age. So bring in those relationship that can give you some marks for the descriptive type questions. And for any exam, there won't be all wrong answers for all the questions. At least you will be able to manage to get few questions correct. It can be from the 2 mark, 3 mark and 5 mark. And answering those questions correctly, you will be getting a minimum of 45 marks for sure. So be cool, calm and composed. Be relaxed. Sleep well before the exam. Don't get panic. You'll be getting enough time. You have prepared well. Go through the questions. Go through the focus area. Try to memorize all the questions. So breathe in, breathe out, and finally you will be able to attend the questions in the best possible way. I've already given you some tips. I've told you that it's only in maths we'll be having 14 chapters, and in all the 14 chapters, lot of deleted topics are there. Only few chapters are there in which you don't have any deleted topics. Reason is that in those chapters you have only one exercise to complete. So in that situation, you have the minimum thing to by heart in maths, and you need to apply a lot. Do all these things, you will be able to score good marks for the board exam for sure. So memorize the chapters, formulas related to the chapters, and be cool. Make the call of time effectively for understanding the question, and you must have a proper plan for answering the question. Don't shuffle the questions based on the section. Answering 2-3 questions from section A first, then going to section B, and coming back to section A, then to section D. Don't do such foolish things. Focus on the sections. You must answer with section B, then to section C, section D, section E, then come back to section A. All those MCQ questions can be answered in one single sheet. And even if your answers, it's with the same option, you are answering only the option A for all the 20 questions, at least 2, 3, 5 marks you will be getting based on your trial and error. So focus on those things. So that will be better for you for the time management and all. And surface area and volume related questions will be lengthy. And the focus area I have given you, it's the volume and surface area of cylinder and cone. And be sure with the formulas related to cone and cylinder. Okay, so do these things, keep these things in your mind. Finally, you must be able to complete the examination by 2:45. Last 15 minutes, you must spare to check all the questions. You need to look into the questions, whether you have given the question numbers correctly. Then finally, when you type your answer sheet, you must be able to give those things in confidence. Since you have given something effectively, this is what you need to deliver. The work that you were doing for the last 1 year must be delivered in the last 3 hours of your time. So manage your time effectively. Success will be yours. Good luck.